All right, all welcome back to my monster boat project that this has turned into. Okay, you can see the mess I got going here. I didn't do the latest video when I installed some, but you can see I got the floor put in. If you've seen the last video, I got the floor put in. Not in the last video. But since then, I got the floor put in. I've got some of this stuff mounted, that towel, just so when I step in here with my work boots on, I'm not standing right on my floor. I've got everything wired. I've got it all set. It's wired. The console is up. Let me come around. There's the steering wheel, nuts, bolts. It's getting put back together, and it's going to go quick now. I got my whole bundle of wires here. I'm going to change all these out. They were supposed to be here this morning. Well, now they're not. Some of these got good heat shrinks on them. Some of them got crappy ones. I'm going to change these out. This way, I don't have to worry about nothing. I bought the ones that are supposed to be heat shrink, and then you go to shrink them, they don't do it. Unless I bought the wrong ones, which could be. But some of these are really good ones, like that one right there. See how nice they shrink right? I got like 100 of them coming. Supposed to be here this morning, they're not, unless they come later. So anyways, here's all the wiring coming out of it. This all gets wired into a connection down here, which is coming out of the control box. So when you turn the key, which is not on right now, you turn the key, everything lights up. Here's what my console looks like upside down. You can see it here. Speedometer, RPM gauge, hour meter for the engine, and temperature gauge for my temperature gauge that I put in right there. All that is, and it's silicone, it's screwed in and siliconed in. All that is a engine temperature sensor that came with a fitting that you're supposed to put in between like radiator hoses or your block or whatever. I'm not using it for that. I'm using it for the boat, for water temperatures. When you get in the boat, you know what the water temperature is as far as fishing and stuff goes. It does work. Everything's wired. Everything's ready to go. I just wanted to change out these connections because that's all going to fit. It's all going to sit right in here really nice. And then I'm going to make another piece of wood with carpet over it. It'll sit out here really nice. This way, if you have to get at it, you unscrew it, take it off, and you can get right at it. Here is the wire for my little Lowrance fish finder, which is right there. That's going to mount right here. I can't decide if I'm going to wire this hot. This is the wire right here. All this is going to go when this stands up, and I'll show you a video when I'm done with it. When this all stands up, some of the wires are going straight, everything's going straight down through here. Some are going across. A couple of the wires are going down towards the heat sensor, which is down there. I don't know if the camera will pick it up. You can kind of see it down there. There's the heat sensor right there. See it? The wire's going to it. Just drill a hole in your boat. What could possibly go wrong, right? So that works. When I turn it on, it reads like 5 degrees. Whatever the outside temperature is right now is what it's reading. I know you're seeing this upside down. Once I put it all in, I'll redo all this. But this is the mess I got going. There's my seat, my pedestal. I did have to cut that down. When you put the seat in, it was a little too high. Because once you started putting this whole thing together, this boat started getting really small on the inside. My console, you see that notch right there? I had to cut that. And you'll see why that overlaps the top here just a little bit, so it pushes it more forward. So when you're in the seat, now you got good leg room. I got good clearance between my throttle box, my seat, and the steering column, which is going to go right there. Here again, like I said, once I get all this on, which it should be like really soon. I just hate screwing all this stuff down and then taking it back up again. But part of this I might be able to do today, and then when these new wire connections get here, I could just cut them, put new ones out, heat shrink them, it's done. It takes like 5 minutes. But every one of these wires, I've got them labeled so I don't forget. Water temperature, hour meter, RPM gauge, I took it out to test my fish finder. Miles per hour right there. Every one of these, there's 4 bundles of wires. And each one of them go, you can see I painted the wires. So these are black and red, so hot and ground. There's 5 wires for each one this way, and they're connected to the wire on the box, which is right here. This little thin wire goes through, it's right down there. There's a yellow one, actually this yellow one right here. The yellow one, where's the, no, the red one. But the yellow, where is it? It's in there somewhere. That red one right there is hot. I tested it this morning, so I might plug my fish finder into that, the one that's gonna go up here. So this way it's hot all the time. This way the battery doesn't have to be on or have everything all lit up. I haven't decided yet. Or I'm just gonna connect it to these right here. What happens is when you turn the key, everything lights up. And once this is all mounted, I'll show you. And the wires are gonna run through the back here. Here's your steering column cables. Here's the, oh, it's right here. Here's the wire just hanging right now. This is the wire, see it all hanging. This obviously is gonna get cut, but here's all. So right here, here's my trim wires for up and down. Trim is up, trim down. You can see where I got it mounted to the engine. The red wire and the brown wire, and all the Yamaha stuff is all the same actually. So if you're wiring your Yamaha motor to a 703 control box, all the colors are the same. So Yamaha colors these all the same. They color everything in the box the same. So my trim wires, you can see I made a note. They're gonna tie in right here. They're gonna tie into those right there. Here's my starter wires. Red for start, and for whatever reason, brown is for start. Brown, your red wire, I believe, is your hot wire. Here again, I haven't done this for a while, but refresh my memory. And the brown wire goes to your starter. So you got your hot wire bringing power to the starter. This engages the starter. So when I turn the key, you can hear it kick over. So what I'm gonna wind up doing is obviously fish all that over to here and then cut 3 or 4 feet of this off because I don't need all this cable. I just got it sitting here right now. And then the hot wire for the battery is right here. Here's the hot wire for, well, here, I'll show you. You put this on. Okay, it'll stay on. If you can see it. Of course, it's not going to cooperate when I'm trying to do this. Okay, it's hooked to the battery down there. Ground wire, I've got a ground wire coming off of this, attached to a post there. I'll show you really quick. If you take it, you turn the key on, everything lights up. You're upside down. See what the temperature is reading 4 degrees right now. Hour meter. Oh, this ain't the RPM. It's not plugged in. Miles per hour and RPM. You see how nice they are lit up? I just haven't plugged this in. That's all. And if you do this, if you can hear it, hear that? But obviously, I don't want to start the engine. There's no water in it, so we don't want to mess with that. So, turn the key off. It took a little finagling to figure out what was what. Take the battery. I like to keep the battery unplugged from the engine for right now. But when I fish all these wires through, I'm going to run them all nice and neat and here zip tie them. This is all just temporary, so I can see what I'm doing here. Like I said, I'm going to cut probably a good 3 feet of this off, and I'll use this wire for something. But all these Yamaha, from what I found, all these colors are the same. And you could find the chart. I'll try and put it in this video. Yeah, I'll put it in this video, the chart with all the colors. Then you can go online and just find it and just print it. That's what I did. When I was figuring all this out, I had 15 sheets of paper all over my bench in the basement trying to figure out the wiring and what goes to where. Like I said in previous videos, the only thing that's not going to be hooked up is the kill switch to the control box. I'm not going to dig that deep into my brand new engine. I don't need that. I can reach from where you're sitting in this boat to kill the engine. You're sitting right here. When the tiller handle is down, you can just hit the button You could either pull it or you can reach right behind you to the kill switch. No, you have to pull it from the tiller because the kill switch is disconnected. So where the tiller handle is, I could just kill it that way. The key switch will not be, right now anyways, hooked up to it. Unless I can figure that out. But I don't want to start really digging deep into the wires. And I did find them. I did find the kill switch wire in here. But it's way, way down in there. And I am not going to take all this apart. Look at how pretty this brand new engine is. I am not going to dig that deep into it. I can reach over real easy and pull the kill button off the lanyard, and it'll kill right here. So anyways, that's my mess. Batteries, everything's all set. Like I said, some of this I can remount. And what I'm doing with some of these screws, because I have to pull this off to get at it. If you need to get at the panel, if you need to get at this, you just unscrew it and take it off. But if you want to take the whole panel off, I'm using a different kind of screw in here, with like a hex nut type head, so I could pull it off. One thing I found out about these aluminum screws, stainless steel screws, you spin the bit on the head, it strips it, you're done. And I had one part over here, the head stripped and I couldn't get out. I had to pry it out. I cracked it, but I fixed it. So I don't want to have to bury these screws in, and then the head strips and I can't get the panel off. So I'm using these instead with a head like that for my little impact drill. Got a socket that goes right on it. It'll pull them right off. And I put these little stainless steel handles, one here, one there. Unscrew it here, unscrew it. Before screws, take the handles, pull it right off. It'll just pull right forward. The same thing back here. If I have to get behind this where all these wires are, I'm doing the same thing. I'm putting these kind of screws, screw it, pull it off real easy. I got some more of them little so I have more of these I'm gonna put on there. Then I can just unscrew it, pull it right off, and get right at all them wires. I can reach my arm in there, but it'll be a lot easier just to pull that panel off. Then if I have to do something down there, it's real easy access. So anyways, here's what I got going right now. And you can see what this looks like behind here. I've got all the wires. I got to re-zip tie everything because my temperature wasn't working. It turns out I had the wrong wire to the wrong spot. Now it's all fixed. So I'm going to neaten all that up, re-zip tie with the little white zip ties, re-tie everything together, mount it. It's good to go. So I really had a mess on here for a while. I had just a mess. But it's all coming together real nice and easy. I had to refresh my memory on the directions how to hook up the steering cable for the steering column, which is right here. Hopefully, I've got this figure right. That's going to fit just right in there. This cable is going to come up right here, which will be underneath here, and connect right there. That's the way I got it figured anyways. So hopefully that works. So anyways, here's where I am right now in this whole project. It's really not that far away from completing. I really wanted these new connectors today, but oh well. I could still just pick them right up and fix them. So I'm probably going to get this mounted and put on here, and then that'll be good. And then I got to run the wire for my fish finder up here for my Striker 7. Gets mounted there. Here's the pot. Here's the cable for it. I got to tie the wire in back here. I'll show you that when it's done. So anyways, that's what we're at in the boat build monster project this turned into. Anyways, hopefully you liked the video, and I will see you guys